This was the last day of our Aruba trip. In the morning, after sitting on the beach for a bit, my sister and mom decided to go parasailing, and I came along for the boat ride, and of course to record it. So here they are getting ready to take off, kind of bouncing around. All right, there they go. I know I didn't have the best shot of them. For me, the boat ride was a little rough, so it was hard for me to hold on and use my phone at the same time. Hence, not the best footage. My sister, on the other hand, was able to use the GoPro and got some cool shots. They said the view was absolutely amazing. Look at how blue the water is. The person driving the boat thought it would be fun to toss them around a bit, so there they are, flailing around. It was pretty windy as well, so I'm sure that helped too. Time to reel them back in. Back to the boat. Group shot on the boat afterwards. Next up was to explore the Hyatt grounds or gardens, which were really pretty. While some resorts were for guests only, we found that here at the Hyatt it was open and welcoming to everyone. There are many winding paths all around the garden, and of course we went and explored all of them. First, we come to a rather large pond with a ton of koi fish inside. And a goose. Looks like inside the resort there is a restaurant where you feel as though you are in the pond and surrounded by such a tranquil atmosphere. Oh, and in the pond we found some little turtles swimming around. So, took a little video of him. Thought he was kind of cute. And let's not forget the iguanas hanging out on the rocks, and we saw a few climbing on the walls. There were actually a couple of different waterfalls on the grounds, and this one um, went underneath a bridge and then trickled down into a pool nearby. After that, we came across an arched hedge covered in greenery. This area it's so lush and full of color. And then to the right of the hedge, we stumbled upon some birds. And then this bird over here was a parrot, and it like mimicked the sounds that you would make, and his name was Chi Chi.
Beautiful.
I would suggest if you are wanting to take some nice photos of yourself or with family or with the group that you're with, then this is a great place to do it. There are so many just gorgeous backdrops and backgrounds, and it was fun to play around with all the various settings, such as the waterfalls, the bridges, hedges, and sitting areas. We definitely took advantage of it and took a couple photos ourselves. We had no problem finding secluded areas to get uninterrupted shots. And then over to the other side of the parrot we saw earlier, there's these two other parrots, really pretty color. For dinner, we went to the local fish restaurant. It was a simple restaurant located in the back of a shopping center. This place was pretty hard to find, and honestly, it's well worth it if you can find it. When we first walked up to it, there was no one else eating there, so we basically had the restaurant to ourselves. We thought it was closed, but when we walked up, we were warmly greeted. We had such a nice waiter named Juan, just the sweetest person ever, really. I wanted to show you the menu so you can kind of get an idea of what kind of food that they have and their price point as well. It's mostly seafood, as you can guess from their name, but my sister, who can't have seafood, was also able to find something on the menu to eat for herself. I love that they had unique side options as well as some nice sauces to choose from. For starters, I got the local fish cake served with Crayola sauce, and my mom ordered the local fish soup, which she loved and still raves about to this day. My mom and I shared our main course of grouper, which I wanted to mention did have bones in it. For our sides, we got steamed vegetables and funchi. So here on the menu, I'm just kind of going through and pointing out the things that we got so you know like how much they were and what they were actually called. I didn't mention before, but the grouper was the mochi pisca. I bet I'm saying that wrong, but anyway, so we got that. That's what the grouper was. And then here are the sides. So we actually got the fried funchi, not the regular funchi. And my sister ordered the chicken Caesar salad with fried plantains and funchi. At the end of our meal, they actually surprised us with some dessert. I don't believe this was on the menu though. And that wraps up our last day in Aruba. Bye, Aruba.